Adventuring in Cloakwood.
Uh-huh.
Be direct.
We're lucky we might reach the mine this time,
It
but
shall be even bloodier
possibly
than
not.
you
There's
hoped.
quite a few map areas. And we're very unlikely to ever come back to this Cloakwood after this, so we'll...
There aren't any elves around here, are there? I have no qualms about vaporizing a few of those abrasive curs, but they have an irritating habit of attacking in large numbers.
Right, once we're done with this, we're not coming back to Cloakwood, so the first time we're here has to basically be... We'll basically cleanse the entire area of all noteworthy content.
This will not
I'm
be a
gonna
quick
work out
death.
some anger on
There's
you.
too many of them,
What is it this time?
and they're spread evenly.
I'll do
This
it!
is something odd.
Speak and try to keep
You
up.
rang?
I will listen. This will not
I'm
be a
gonna
quick
work out
death.
some anger on you. I will show you justice.
Get over here.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty.
Right, it's the missing cloak. Should be a cloak of non-detection. Basically worthless as far as we're concerned. We're not really the stealth. We don't rely on stealth in any way. I might rely on in a situation where I absolutely have to scout around a little bit, but detection spell thrown at us in such a situation would be a problem. I don't need to go and do anything to the enemy or attack them. I just need to spot where they are, so I can, the moment I see them, I can immediately withdraw. And that's harmless to us. Why can't I say it? There's no fighting, there's no danger. What's the hold up? There shouldn't be too much resistance on this map. Follow-up maps, on the other hand, could be very, very different.
Uh-huh. Stand back and watch this.
Be direct.
I'm gonna work out some anger
This will
on
not
you.
be a quick death.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
Right, most of the opposition is probably basic spiders and Tasloy here. Maybe a wolf or two. I think we need to switch some ammunition around. Swords.
I will show you justice.
It
15
shall be
hours
even
to the next
bloodier
map
than you
section.
hoped.
Fairly confident every section should have something interesting. At least one encounter. Spider burrows.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death! Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death! Eat
This will not
flaming!
be a
Or
quick death.
possibly frosty. Death!
Do. Selection sounds. Seldom. You don't always have to acknowledge it with some kind of a yelp. Red Wolves. I think 650 XP of keys. So somewhat respectable opponents.
I will show you justice.
Still, we're not here to hunt down animals.
Hello?
I really think that Duke Elton should bring in part of the Flaming Feast and put down these wild men of the woods.
Hello?
They may call themselves druids, but they're no better than wild animals.
You there! Identify yourself!
Aldeth Sashenstar. What purpose have you wandering this far into Cloakwood? Are you looking to earn some money? If you are, I would be willing to pay a considerable amount for your assistance. I'm Aldeth Sashenstar, a noble from the city of Baldur's Gate. Perhaps you have heard of me. No matter, I'm looking for some good strong people who could defend me against a band of savages. These ruffians have been threatening my companions and me with bodily harm. Would you be interested? Yes, we would. Good. I'm glad you have the sense of decency to help a man in my situation. Let me explain my predicament. My friends and I come here every year to do some sports hunting. This year, however, a group of woodland savages threatened us with bodily harm if we did not stop our hunting trip. Being civilized men, we realized that it's well within our rights to hunt where we damn well please. After a few more days of hunting, the crass woodsmen lost all pretense of humanity and murdered Elvin, one of my oldest friends. I'm sure that they plan to attack our cottage here, so we had best be prepared.
I have no quarrel with those who respect my forest.
Siniad. Trespassers and butchers of our wood, I, Siniad, have come to administer the punishment that you have brought down upon yourselves. Yet who are these the ones who stand beside you? With them we have no quarrel. It is now to you that I speak. These men have most likely duped you into protecting their sorry hides. They have most likely not told of the druid they had slain in cold blood. I will allow you to rethink your earlier decision and leave these men to their most deserved fates. Do not listen to these laboring wild men, my dear friends. They lie as befits the uncultured barbarians that they are. Now, don't you think you're being rather harsh, Seniad? We can't just let you murder Alde. Come now, why don't we come to a peaceful solution? You have made your choice, fools. Now you will suffer together with your hunter friends. Hunter bros. Right. Why not?
Eat flaming!
I think Xeniad is their only real threat. Still, might as well disrupt some of the others if we can. I think they're casting self-protection crap, so it's not that big of a deal if we interrupt them or not. Yeah, they're just flame blades. Not a big deal.
Right, what's this then?
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
Unarmored spellcasters. They basically have no hope in melee fight situations. I could try to do the same thing with my shaman or druid or whatever it's called, but it's the same fundamental problem. A fighter without good attack bonuses is a worthless fighter. You might get away with it in the first game, but not after that. I give you my gratitude for the aid you have given us. If you ever travel to Baldur's Gate, come to the Merchants League estate, and I will aid you in any way I can. Take now the small token of my appreciation. Without an experience and an item. We could have caught a lot of it. It's a good potion. It has hit improvements, hit points improvements. Lasts for a decent amount of time. Boss fight potions.
Try to keep up.
I have the strength to just bash this.
Try to keep up. It shall be
Not that big of a deal.
bloodier than you hoped. Try to keep up.
It's the one sort of strength of our party here is that we don't have a huge reliance on equipment. The monk doesn't have that. The shaman and the sorcerer doesn't have that. Adorn and Mira are the only ones who really need to buy stuff or find them as loot. So in that sense, while we are in the great because of that, because there are good items to be found, I think overall it'll basically mean that no matter what stage of the game we are and how we progress, we'll always be ready enough to handle what the game throws our way. We'll never be under-equipped to handle it.
Eat flaming!
Our biggest issue could have been the lack of magical weapons, but
Not be a quick death.
Dorn basically had that covered right the moment he joined the group.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
Come on, it's a war, it's not that dangerous.
Eh? What? You must be loving this.
I think I'll finish exploring this map section without resting. We should have enough healing spells still at that point that we'll get fully healed. Still, I doubt there's all that much for us to find here. Some random fights, spiders, that sort of thing. One encounter like that where there's some dialogue's pretty much the best we can hope for. per map section.
I will show you
Not
justice.
be a quick death.
Eat
Not
flaming!
be a quick death.
Exit stage left?
Try to keep up.
What is it this? Stand back and watch this. I'll do it.
All right, but not because you told me
Eat
to.
flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
I will show you justice.
Indeed. Right. Definitely nothing worthwhile here. Still. Every little bit helps, I guess. A little bit of money, a little bit of experience. Game should have experience point cap a little under 200,000. Koran is the original game on PC. I'll just bypass it. The reason that matters, the experience points caps, is that you usually get a pretty drastic increase in experience points demands per level up. So for example, there's a good chance that the sorcerer can reach maybe level 8 at most. Level 7 or 8 or 9. 9 would be the absolute maximum, definitely not higher than that, but I even doubt that they will reach that. That 60,000 can turn to 120,000 and then to $250,000, so we'll never reach that. More or less, if we might get a single extra level of spells in the best case scenario.
You
There's
rang?
a good chance we might not even get that with a sorcerer type caster.
I'll do it.
Speak and be gone.
Stand
will show
back
you justice.
and watch this.
I will listen for now.
Eat flaming! Or possibly
Ooh,
frosty.
that's a lot of
Death.
With my
wolves.
usual command, I assume.
Why are there so many? Well, we might as well waste our spells here. We're gonna move to the next area and basically nothing's gonna matter after that. Right, one down.
You have my enemies.
This is bad.
It shall be even bloodier than you hope.
Ether caps are heavily venomous, and it's a trap. Fuck, I need to reach the edge. Without a doubt, we are gonna be webbed.
You must gather your party before venturing
Yeah,
forth.
we are
Catch
dead.
someone
basically.
else, you filthy swine.
Hopefully this is an accurate shot. Nothing I can do about a thing like that.
It shall be even bloodier than
Tiber.
Excuse me. Please let me speak before you attack.
Hello, travelers. I'm Tiber. Could I take up some of your time? I would be very grateful if you would just if you would just help me.
What is it that troubles you?
Thank you. It's my brother, you see. He and I went into the Cloakwood to clear the woods of the spider colony that infests it. I know it sounds foolish, but my brother had found the sword Spider's Bane. The sword was created to kill spiders, and we thought we could become famous. Heroes of Cloakwood and all that. My brother hasn't returned yet, and it's been more than a week. Please, could you go into the woods and find him for me? My mother would be so shattered if Chelak were to be dead.
Sure, why not?
Oh, yes, please search quickly. His name is Chelak. Be careful.
We're definitely just interested in the sword. This would be a spider country.
Eh? What do you want?
It means traps. Tons and tons of traps.
it shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Yeah, not sure if I can even evade these. The big problem is how you trigger
Try
them,
to keep up.
because it doesn't
I shall
actually
commit to the
trigger
task.
here, it shoots a projectile at you. Right. So basically need the projectile to trigger
Try to
somewhere
keep up.
else. I need you
What
to
is it
die
this
before
time?
you poison my monk.
This will not be a quick death.
Eat flaming! Or possibly
I shall
frosty.
commit to the task.
Death!
Be direct. Speak and be gone. This will not be a quick death. Try to keep up.
You should automatically spot the traps, no ifs or buts about it. Once every round. So I'll just wait for a detection tick and then move a little bit. Wait for a tick and move a little bit. Giant spider. That's a little bit worse than a huge spider. Not quite sure what the differences are exactly.
Try to keep up.
Usually if there are spiders, I sort of expect there to be a webbing trap nearby. Spiders will not be affected by the web. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to find anything here. Oh. I'm not sure if this is part of the original game. I don't recall it being part of the original game. Russia's Talon is, I think, is a weapon from Baldur's Gate 2. It's an improvement on his weapon. Changes the wearer's appearance to that of a zombie, -4 charisma. May only be removed by remove curse spell. Right. There's a surprising amount of these cursed little trinkets.
Try to keep up.
I mean, why would you make them? I can see a few situations where they might be genuinely useful. Most of them just seem like someone wasting a huge amount of time to create some kind of powerful mythical artifact that is cursed for some odd reason.
Be direct.
The blind traps just ended. Right.
Speak and be gone. Try to keep up.
Giant spider. So they're tough enough that we probably should weaken them at least a little bit with spells.
I will show you justice.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Exactly, are we? Right, I don't think we can get to the southern part of this map at all. So this is a slightly more concentrated map than usual.
You rang?
I will listen.
How's the color spray work on
I'll do
these?
it.
Or are they too good for it? Good for it.
My turn to save the day. Eat flaming!
Or possibly frosty.
Death!
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Ooh la la. Might be able to sneak past this, but I doubt it.
I shall commit to the task. I understand.
Try to keep up.
He'll be safe.
Selune guides my hand.
Try to keep up. fate and be gone.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty.
Try to keep
Death!
up.
Nothing really interesting. Ooh, that's a phase spider. Definitely need to cast some proper attack spells on it. The poison it has is fairly potent, that's the main problem.
This will not.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
Another one. Okay, still active. Didn't notice that. There's no indication on the character portrait that we're detecting traps. So that's the main problem. Third one. If we would have stumbled on these, that would have been a troublesome situation.
Is there really no one else you can bother?
And weaken him. Not sure if it's worth the casting time.
Salted.
Okay. So if we would have approached this location from a different angle, we could have been basically with 3 phase spiders just jump on top of us and poison us. Shouldn't be a long fight. Jesus Christ. Phase spider poison is very potent. I could not have healed. Fuck.
I understand.
So actually I think we approach it from the only direction that's still viable. Right, I think I'll just rest. Mainly to get rid of the night effect. Could have also gone for the sword before doing this, and we would have at least one character that's actually immune to this whipping. So we have a lot of casting potential left, so we might as well continue exploring. We might as well cast some serious attack power there. I mean, if we're gonna rest, we're gonna replenish our spells anyway.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Spider colony. Ah, sword spider. Lovely. I don't think they're venomous, really, or poisonous. Just spiders. Definitely worth disabling a little bit.
Uh-huh.
This will not be a quick death.
That's someone else, you filthy swine.
Right. A bit risky place to rest, realistically speaking, in front of the spider colony. Maybe we should go in and try to deal with it. We have a lot of wands, so it's not like we're totally out of spells either.
What do you want?
Sentiol. Yeah, this is not a complicated issue.
Kill the meat, my pets.
Send those spiders to their deaths. There aren't any arachnophobes here.
Shut up and die.
Fireballs, the balls. Anything else we can do realistically? Ooh, actually, just more fireballs. You doing something? Yeah, he finished casting the haste just a moment ago, so I don't think he's technically able to cast anything yet.
What is it this time?
You're mainly reliant on the wands at this moment.
Eat flaming! Eat flaming!
I'm gonna work out some anger on you.
Death!
Fucking kill the spider.
I'm on it.
I'm gonna work out some anger on you.
I will listen for now.
Is that it? I'm worried about there's some kind of webbing effect they have that they can throw my way. Or trigger traps, that sort of thing.
Flaming! Possibly frosty.
Be direct.
Death!
It shall be even bloodier than you
Holy
hoped.
crap. It's not actually that bad, most of them are so severely injured.
Try to keep up.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty.
With my usual command, shall we say.
I will show you
Is there
justice.
really no one else you can bother?
Huge success. Okay, using the wand a little bit certainly was warranted.
Keep up.
Another cursed ring, I'd imagine. So few actually useful magical rings. You'll get the wand. I'll get the sword and we'll return the body for some extra experience. Maybe even a reputation increase. Chance to hit points. Additional skill points, sure, why not? Any new abilities? Second use on Sun Soul Ray. That's very welcome.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
We need to go there, but this stretch is not gonna be
It
unprotected,
shall
is it?
be even bloodier than you hoped.
I try to hold my ass to the guy who's looking for his brother. We'll rest after we've completed that.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped. I'm on it. Speak and be try to keep up. It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
There's a trap there. There's probably a trap here at the very least. There's a trap there, so there's also someone who is going to be there to take advantage of the
It shall
trap.
be even
Right,
bloodier
at
than
her
you
caps.
hoped.
Fuck. Got 3 guys who were unaffected. I need to save my own guys, so another fireball.
Catch someone else, you filthy swine.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
Yeah, just kill it any way you can. Poison is very potent. Only one guy can even act. Shit. We're making our saving throws, that's our saving grace here. Don't do it. Attack normally.
Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
This is not a safe place to be, but I think now it is the safest place to be, since the other caps are not moving in our direction. There could be other traps, and I could attract other enemies to attack us if I move.
Try to keep up.
Stand
If your
back
cap's
and
affected by
watch
color spring,
this.
Your wish? Selune guides my hand.
too high level for color spray.
My turn to
I'm
save the
gonna
day.
work out some anger on you.
Eat
Be
flaming!
direct.
Or possibly frosty. Death!
They're fairly good attackers. Don't do much damage, probably because they are venomous. There isn't much I can do. You drain a little bit of life.
Easy. makes my height. With my usual panache, I assume.
This will not be a
I don't care what you do, but concentrate on a single target at least. Myself brought spotting traps.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Seems to be disabled during fighting, or at least because of the huge amount of notifications it gets drowned out. Like,
All
possibility
right,
to
but
evade it?
not because you told me to.
It would be better to just trigger it.
With my usual panache, I assume.
Just making sure there are no other spiders here.
Speak, and it shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Excuse me. Please let me speak.
Jelak.
Before you attack.
Oh, Jelak, how will I ever tell my mother? I was so stupid. I should have stopped this stupid idea. Such a waste. Such a waste. You can keep the damn sword. It's been more of a curse than anything else. Thank you for bringing my brother's body. There was little you could have done.
And we did the little we could. More importantly, we got the sword. So at least one of our guys is immune to this sort of crap. In a controlled situation like this, it won't make much of a difference. But I think it also protects from all effects that
It shall be even bloodier
impair
than you
your
hoped.
movement like this, not just the whipping. Ah, god damn it.
All right, but not because you told me to.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Right, we healed most of our wounds. Good attack wand. Intelligence and wisdom set to 3. Wonder if there's a benefit to being able to do that. Set to something, it probably doesn't have that effect. What I'm wondering is sometimes when you have a lot of negatives, you can just keep applying on top of negatives. The games don't usually handle that all that well because the natural assumption is that no one's actually gonna do it because it's a negative. Or a single negative applied to something isn't enough to really do anything noteworthy. When someone makes it their mission to actually just pile those negatives on top of negatives, you sometimes get some hilarious results. Charm animal could be useful in some situation. It's basically a wand as far as usage is concerned. Now we have 2 guys that can take control of animals in a situation, at least attempt it. So we might be able to make some kind of a decent effect or impact in a situation where enemies are using animals as their leader. Turn things in our favor. Good enough. It's a little bit of an area unexplored. I don't think we can go there. We might be able to go here. I suppose we should. I mean, we're not coming back here, so... Looks like we can explore these more involved maps, a couple of at a time. Although I think this is basically slower than normal because of the huge amount of traps that basically get locked. Shit. Yeah. Huge amount of traps that force us to hold on for quite a while before we can proceed.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Normal map would have been much easier to clear.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Good for it. Still. It sort of looks like we can go over there, but is it worthwhile? Like there's a... Alright, a hidden path. Hey, spiders. Could be some... Could be nothing. The previous base spider group basically was guarding an empty spot in the wilderness.
I will listen.
And it's trapped. Why is it trapped? We can trigger it with this guy. Yeah, there's nothing here. It's basically just a gigantic trap. Not sure if I want to go here. I know there's nothing there, just access point to the northern section. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 sections altogether, maybe even 6. Excellent. I'll leave things here.
Even bloodier than you hoped.
We're getting more experience than I anticipated. You know, the Black Guard is just getting leveling up a little bit sooner than I thought. Still, it's not like we need it, but he probably kills a vast amount of our guys. And I see it. Total experience value of the party, yeah, 63%. So he's 2/3 of our killing potential, pretty much. And yeah, I would have to agree with that. Without him, the party is shit. Without the 2 mages, the party lacks any kind of burst potential. So we could pretty much remove these 2 guys and the party wouldn't drastically suffer any kind of real downside. I just don't understand the point of the shaman, other than it's different, which is a plus, but I still don't get the allure of this class. It's just shitty equipment, shitty spells, more flexibility as a druid. The major problem is the druid is not that flexible. You can barely get a handful of spells that you have any use for. So it's not usually a huge struggle to decide what you want to take as a druid. Cleric and mage is a different matter. They have a much better selection. Especially if I go away from the summoning lineup, the problem will always just become worse and worse and worse, because a lot of the better spells that Druid has is the summoning lineup. So if I walk away from that and rely on summoning by just doing the spirit dance, we're gonna have a very, very narrow selection of spells. I suppose I should just embrace the buffing aspect and support aspect of the class. We might be able to summon up some cannon fodder here and there, or prepare a battlefield and lure the enemy to us so the cannon fodder goes first. But most of all, we just do battle healing and support and buffing, that sort of thing. And that's our place, the party. Spiritual Clarity. With this spell, the shaman strengthens a creature's spiritual resolve and purges the creature's mind of negative influences. The spell removes the effects of fear, charm, confusion, and feeble time from a single creature. This type of crap is actually useful, and the fact that it's a single creature is not too big of a deal either. Right, so maybe if we start to see more of this. The main role for this guy would be to, in a situation, to just make sure that the guys who can actually do the killing get to do their job efficiently. And if they're played out of the fight, I can counter that influence and make them be efficient killing machines again. So that's my role in the party.